Hi everyone, my name is MJ Harper and I'm really happy to be a part of the Douglas Let's Do Beautiful campaign. I am a Jamaican born, Floridian raised, creative, artist, dancer, everything and nothing all at once. I would say that it is not able to be defined, which is what makes it beautiful. I think in my case, the moments where I feel beautiful is when I feel that I am seen by someone through my imperfectly perfect self. And I need not explain anything, I just can be. And I think that contributes to a feeling which allows one to feel beautiful. But it's a state that has zero weight or gravity. So it's very fleeting, and I think this is why it's extremely hard to define it. I think it's interesting as a species to see where we have arrived and the standards to what has been projected onto us to understand how the world is, was, could be, and how it leads to essentially destruction. Because to look at a dog and tell the dog, oh, you should have your eye over here, or you should have your tail, the dog just wants to be a dog, just as a bird wants to be a bird, or just as a tree returns every single season or doesn't return. But as a species, we've become masters at defining things, which essentially is the thing that kills beauty. My beauty is a quest to understand myself. Um, I think about this, and I realize that maybe what it is that people find beautiful in me is that I'm still trying to understand what that means to be beautiful, because it doesn't make sense to me. And I haven't been able to see it in the ways that other people see it. So I'm all at once, taken aback every single time that I'm graced with someone, deciding that they feel beauty from me. Yes, my message would be to hold space for grace with your presence. Um, I think if we could all hold greater space for ourselves first and foremost, but if you can hold space for grace and be present in that space, then you can hopefully hold space for other people. And if you can hold space for other people, then you can hold space for communities with new ideas. You can hold space for seasons, you can hold space for nature, you can hold space for, it goes on and on and on. Yeah, it's none of those things because they're all going to leave me at some point. And no one knows what, tomorrow brings, or not even the next hour, and we don't own anything, so to say it's my eyes, and one day I'm a different person. One day I'm really attracted to something on my body, and then the next day I'm not attracted, and I find that I find that dance really fascinating because it's not consistent. So in my head, I can't say that there's just one thing that I find beautiful, because I don't know what tomorrow will bring, and I don't know how I'm going to feel. Um, but I think that to me is really beautiful, in my world, this idea of things just being very fleeting, and whenever it's with you, it's with you, and then when it's not, it's not. And the grace in being able to accept that, I think that's also a state of beauty. I try. I try. I live by, I trust in a feeling, and so I live by feeling, and I could say that that is living by beauty, trusting in feelings. I would like to see the future of beauty open itself up to the unknown, and again for space and for ideas to come and go, and for them to be just as valid as things that have been defined. I think it'd be beautiful to see things that are not definable. So that includes and largely relates to the fact that we are these beings that are constantly shifting. Every single second we're a different person. So to be able to see individuals express themselves on a day-to-day basis however they feel, without any judgment or without any requirement to fit into a form or a box, I think that would be extremely beautiful. And I think and I hope that the world would function on a much more harmonious level and scale than we have known it to be. That's my hope. That's my hope. Thinking about how it is that I speak to myself, and how I then can share that with others in a way that will help others work through things that were very hard for me to work through, and that are still very hard for me to work through. But with time, the attempt to be gentle and kinder to myself, I've noticed a difference in what it has done for me, not only personally, but also professionally. So the hard, painful chat that, while makeup and clothing and jewelry and all these things exist and are very real and have places, at the end of the day, if it's not coming, from the inside, then everything else is just a temporary Band-Aid that can be ripped off. And we want to be solid internally, in mind, body, health, and spirit. And yeah, then the beauty lives on in those that follow behind us. Yeah. Yeah.